Oh my gosh. I thought I queued with the Jun Saga again. I guess this is fine. I did want to play Test of Mono Black today. Maybe this is Destiny. I didn't realize it queued me with this deck. Is this the right list, actually? Oh, it's not, because I wanted to play it. Oh, I have the Chalice. Okay, this is Destiny. This is Destiny. I have the Chalice of the Evercool. Okay, this is Destiny. It's somehow the right list. It's somehow the right list. I feel like it's Magic Online is telling me something. This is oh dude, and we're playing against Living In, so we get to tutor up Karn on turn 4 off for the Profane Tutor. Also get Coffers for the Golos. Oh, I don't have, or not Coffers, Bojuka Bog. Do I have a, I'm missing a few cards for this list if I want to play it, and oh, it's Shadow. Okay. My opponent said it in the chat. I'm sorry. They said it in the chat what they were playing. And I totally just like blanked it from my mind. I'm trying to think if I need to play this in. I should, getting the card shouldn't be that big a deal. I'm just trying to like visualize what I need. Yeah, they totally told me what I was playing, and I told them what I was playing. I moved on with my life. Yeah, I think I'm missing like Cascading Cataracts. Maybe that's it. Maybe just the Cataracts from the main deck, and then probably several of the sideboard cards. I'll be able to get it together. I'm not that worried. Okay, probably takes my Fatal Push, I'd imagine. Yeah, we did get the offer accepted on the house. Does anyone know if there's coverage of Dallas? So no, there's not official coverage. I do know that Anzid MTG is going to be playing. Has like said that he's really stepped up his coverage for the event. I was thinking about doing my own like guerrilla coverage, but I'm buying a house, so I don't want to spend like $400, $500, $600 on the equipment. Shank, 3 months, appreciate you. Okay, like that draw a lot. Oh, I didn't know Corey B was going. That's awesome. Yeah, Corey B apparently also doing back-to-back coverage. Maybe can we get a shout out for Corey and Anzid, and if anybody else, like I know that Meebo usually does the guerrilla coverage. I don't know if they're going. Dude, we got the Yellow Hat raid today. Hold on, I gotta get the song prepped. Thank you for the raid, Gab. Hope you're having a good day, buddy. Don't know what we're tutoring here. Oh, yeah, they have Drown in the Lock. I'm confused. Why is their Mono Black Golos SGJ's Prep the same title? I'm not locked in for this deck, but boy do I really like it. I think it's solid too. I don't think it's necessarily the best choice, but I do actually kind of feel like against like I like the 4-color Omnath matchup with it, and I like the blue-white control matchup. I like the burn matchup. It's probably not that bad. They have Corey B putting Teferi and Grixis Shadow. I think it's fine. I don't think I'd do it, but I think it is fine. That is true. I have to count the Coffers mana. The blue-red matchup I think is slightly favorable too. I've been beating it a lot, which seems like another good place to be. It's not crazy good, but I've been liking it. Like the card Murktide region is just not that good against you. You've got a lot of answers to their small creatures too. Alright, so I think I'm gonna cast map, get a Coffers. Resolve the Karn. Pop the Blast Zone. Or grab something off Karn. I think Wurmcoil Engine. Could get another Golos. Could get a Chalice. I kind of think... Oh, let's actually get Ballista. Ballista's pretty lethal. Yeah, the Chalice seems... I'm liking the finally finding room for the Chalice. Yeah, they also can't drown the Ballista really easily, or at all. Okay, Kroxa will discard the Damnation. Nine mana. You can make a 4/4 Ballista that does get drowned if we don't draw land. There's no way they have heat. They would have already cast it. Okay, so we're not casting Ballista this turn. They just drew heat off off the dress down. So I can Nihil Spellbomb my opponent's graveyard to stop the Kroxa. I can also just put a Wurmcoil Engine into play. Which mana do I have? I've got 9 mana, 8 mana. Kind of hard to just say no to putting a Wurmcoil into play. I'm gonna, if they do go for the Kroxa, I do lose the Ballista to the ETB, but Wurmcoil is just so good in these matchups. Isn't Chalice and Ballista for 3 a game ender? I mean, they've got well, they have heat. Okay, so heat doesn't kill it. Chalice on 1. But don't they just escape Kroxa? And I can't like kill them with the Ballista next turn. I'm like chump blocking the Kroxa with Ballista the following turn. Oh yeah, also there's a dress down in play. There's a dress down in play. Can't cast it a Ballista. You got a deck tech for Avian. Jeskai, Murktide. I've historically liked the 3-3-3 split of Ending, Heat, Bolt, but I see you're just playing 8 removal spells. So no bolts, 18 lands. Oh boy. See if our opponent packs it in here. I guess they can heat the Wurmcoil. Okay, 1 mana short of Bojuka Bog being the Kroxa. I think that's fine. This list looks pretty tight and clean. I even think like I'm kind of on board with this split, to be honest. I think I probably wouldn't play Odawara in the Jeskai version. I think I would probably prefer to play 7th fetch land. Maybe 8th fetch land over the canal. 4th canal. Yeah, probably 8 fetch lands here. I think sideboard looks really good too. Sideboard looks really good to me. Yeah, I don't see any like obvious changes I'd want to make to the sideboard. It is certainly the case that there's plenty of ways to build the sideboard, but it looks really good to me. Like maybe you want the 3rd relic over like the 2nd path of the sideboard. Other than that, I really like it. Okay, do I have enough mana to Bojuka Bog my own Ballista, Karn for Ballista, and then kill them? I don't think so. Ionic, thank you for the Twitch Prime, appreciate you. Don't think I do. I do? Well, I also have to activate the first coffers first. First coffers, crack map, 3 mana floating, Bojuka Bog myself. 4, then I have 4 minus 2 to 2 plus 6. For 8. Oh, that's Xaxes. Okay. I guess. Only did Blister 4. Yeah, I thought I could only do it for 3. I mean, obviously I was gonna count, but I was just kind of looking at other lines first. This is a sick line. Don't play Castle first. You need that for Bog play. Yeah, I know. Doesn't matter who I Bog. Yeah, I have to Bog myself so I can exile the Blister to get it with the Karn. Okay. So what I've been doing in this matchup is bringing in the 4th Golos for the Griselbrand. No, I've been doing it against Murktide. I think I actually still do it here because Griselbrand, like in the same way that Griselbrand kind of chump blocks Murktide, Griselbrand sometimes just has to chump block Shadow, which you really don't want to do. Get it Blistered for 2, kill Monkey, attack with the 2/3/3s. Yeah, I guess that's a good point. I didn't see that line. Now I've definitely got to buy a Bojuka Bog. I also don't have these box topper expedition maps. I really want them though, but I am not buying any Magic cards for a long time. Now that we got the offer on the house, probably even gonna sell some Magic cards this weekend. But if I were gonna buy Magic cards, I would do it over on channelfireball.com. So you're cool with, and I'd use code Spike at checkout. You're cool with 4/4 heat. Then yeah, I think that's fine. I think that 4 heat 4 bolt is probably what I would do. Or 4 ending 4 heat is what I would do. And just accept that you're not gonna have. You're just gonna be a little bit more controlling and less aggressive, which I think is fine. Thank you, Ton. Fireball doesn't do singles. They have the Channel Fireball marketplace. You're not buying from them, but it's you buy the cards there. Yeah, Voidwalker's a little bit too fragile for the matchup. I think it's also not that relevant against a lot of their deck. They thought to a single relic to let you buy stuff on demand with Karn. I'm playing a Nihil Spellbomb over relic. Maybe the relic is better though. Maybe the relic's better. I don't think it's for that reason though. It's necessarily better, but it does beat Leyline. Yeah, I think I actually will. We've talked about this a lot, but the more I play it, the more Living End brings in Leyline against me. I think having relic is probably better than Nihil Spellbomb. We play fetch lands in the deck for Fatal Push. Spoonie, 28 months. Appreciate you. Yeah, relic definitely better for Karn. Oh, they exiled my second Urborg. Worst draw in the deck. If we go up and jump shoes, I guess we can get some fetches. I think if you have any Fatal Pushes in your deck, you should play 6 fetch lands. The opportunity cost is really low, and it's just if you have any pushes in your deck, I think you should play at least 6 fetch lands. But if you end up going Black March plus Bloodchief's Thirst as your removal, which is I think fine, then yeah, you can cut some fetches. Is there a budget replacement for Lily? You can play the Black March, but then the problem with cutting Liliana, and you can also play Duretti or Davriel, Turok, but the problem with playing any of these cards, of course, is sorry, losing my train of thought. The problem with playing any of these cards is that you're gonna have too many dead removal spells against combo control and Tron, which is not the end of the world, and obviously some of your removal will have some text against these matchups, but pros and cons of Jeskai Murktide versus Blue-Red Murktide. Jeskai is way better against Rhinos and Hammer usually, and then it has worse mana, but not notably worse. And trying to think if there's any one matchup that gets gets worse from Jeskai. There is one. There is one. I just can't remember what it is. We've talked about this before, of course. Yeah, I am considering playing this deck at Dallas. Tron feels worse. Yeah, well, Prismatic Ending isn't bad against Tron, though. Amulet, I don't think it's probably that much worse. I mean, if you're not playing Blood Moons in the board, if you're not playing Blood Moons in the board, then yeah. So we could get Blast Zone here. I think what I'd rather do is tutor up Inquisition of Kozilek off of the Profane Tutor. Burn. Well, the thing is, if you play Blossoming Calm in your sideboard, your burn matchup, like you lose equity, gain equity. It's about a wash, right? Yeah, but so like, but I guess if you're already not playing Blood Moon in the sideboard of Murktide, then maybe you just like, you know, maybe there's, if you're already not playing Blood Moon, then maybe Jeskai just better, and maybe not, right? Ooh, they have a Damping Sphere. This hand's very good. What the heck? Dude, this hand is great. I guess I'm taking the Damping Sphere. What's this next strategy against Tron? Karn is a really, really good card against Tron. Your goal is to... And Voidwalker is also very good against Tron, too. And so, like, obviously disrupt them with discard spells. Get a Karn down. They usually do go bigger than you, but you also get to ignore, like, Ugin sometimes. Ever been to Six Flags Over Texas? Yeah, I actually live pretty close to there. At least it's not a long drive. I'm not a big roller coaster fan though, but it's fine. My my main concern for roller coasters is that they're like very tall and scary. Okay, I think I'm going to push and then play Karn, just get the Drown out of their hand. And if I draw land, I can Archon of Cruelty. If I draw a spell, I can cast a spell. Another thing about like cutting fetch lands, like when you have Urborg, like your fetch lands just get to sit and play and like get revolt later too. And, like they're just as good as any other land. Jessica Merc, would it be like 8 fetches, 3 vents, 2 fountains? I think 8 fetches, 2 fountains, 2 vents, 3 islands. I think 7 fetchables is fine. Okay, if they draw a land, they can Karn. Ooh, Kroxa, no. Okay, well, let's see what we draw. Probably have to go to game 3. I guess I can Thoughtseize the Ragavan. They leave them with heat. They get to Kroxa me down to 4, and I've got a few outs. Yeah, Cataracts is way better than World Tree because you can't filter Coffers mana with World Tree. When is Jessica Murktide a good meta call? When Murktide is generally good and you want to hedge for the Rhinos and Hammer matchups. Which is maybe Jessica Murktide is just sick. Maybe we should play some of that today or tomorrow. I haven't played Murktide in a long time. Right, game 3. Jeskai Phoenix though, I have an uncontrollable, unquenchable urge to play Jeskai Phoenix at a tournament. In a paper tournament. Do not feed the addict. Do not feed my addiction. Burnt Taco, thank you for the 9 months. Appreciate ya. I don't like this hand very much. We had 4 Lilianas for a long time. We ended up trimming 1 because we wanted to add the 4th Profane Tutor. I think I'm going to keep. Last one's pretty good, at least. What's the white for Jeskai? Teferi and Prismatic Ending in the main and sideboard cards. Just a light splash. Problems bad timing for Phoenix after living in Crush Weekend. Yeah. It's not a good choice, I think. Titan's also like pretty popular. And like Shadow's also on the decline, and Shadow's, you know, like your best matchup. Maybe we should have mulliganed. We'll try to think of the 7 months. Why isn't it for Mending? You know, you don't want to play Mending in a Murktide deck. There's maybe some wires getting crossed about what deck we're talking about. Yeah, you're really good in the mirror when you're Jeskai. Jeskai is really good in the mirror. Or it's good against the blue-red version. Do you usually get Urborg before Coffers? Yeah, because the Coffers doesn't do much without Urborg. Although in this case I do have 3 swamps, so I think I probably am getting Coffers first. But usually you get Urborg first because you have more Coffers. You have 4 Coffers, 2 Urborg, so it's harder to get Urborg. And like, if Urborg's not doing anything with the Coffers, you just need to get the Coffers first. But here because we have 3 swamps, we can get Coffers. And hopefully not die. We do have the Blast Zone. The Blast Zone is looking like it'll be likely pretty good this game. Just get Murktide better versus blue-white compared to blue-red. I think it's close. I think it's very close. Okay, I think I'm probably just supposed to Blast Zone next turn and not cast the push here. Obviously, if I put a cast like Inquisition pre-combat, I'll push. I think it's very close. Very close decision between which is better in the matchup. I think that the Teferi Time Raveler probably makes it in Jeskai Murktide's favor. But like losing Bolt does mean like you lose some closing power. How much do I need to donate for you to say hello to my dog while I'm at work Monday through Friday and they got to stream on? I would, you can just for free get the advice of maybe you could record yourself saying hello to them. They'd probably appreciate that more than me saying hello. Fine. Being a little wishy-washy, I guess, but I also don't want to take... I don't want to take 6. Yeah, that's definitely true. Prismatic and Teferi and help answer Rest in Peace, Chalice. Teferi, excellent point. I mean, I've played a lot of Jeskai Murktide on this stream, too. I understand the deck's pretty underexplored and pretty good. Consider Executioner's Capsule as a Karn target. Only possible better than Coating or Bridge as targets. It's not better than Coating or Bridge, but we've also considered it. We've definitely been over every possible Karn tutor target. There are a lot of good ones, but the reality is, you know, your sideboard's pretty taxed because you're a mono black Karn deck and you need to cut your dead removal spells, and you just can't play every tutor target that you would necessarily want to. I do usually think this matchup's pretty bad. I think I'm actually concede here. Thinking of under 4 Jeskai decks about Phoenix. We were talking about Phoenix earlier. Obviously, Jeskai Phoenix is a deck near and dear to my heart. Interesting hand. Early concede I Blast Zone. Well, my opponent's my Blast Zone doesn't do anything. They escape the Croaks the next turn off the Ragavan treasure, and I'm dead if I Blast Zone. Like, obviously, I maybe have some outs, but I think we were like far less than 1% to win. Maybe not far less, but like less than 1% probably. I don't even know, because like we can't Karn Bridge. Like whatever we draw is just an answer to Croakson. I think they had enough cards to escape Croakson again, so we have to draw like runner removal spells, but they still had to be with Ragavan. Yeah, I don't think we had outs. I guess we could draw Damnation. Why not sack the Blast Zone and keep the push? Well, I that was probably the line that like maybe lets us win. I didn't do that because I didn't want to take 8 damage or 6 damage, however big the shadow was. But also, like, you probably knew that was the answer to the question, too, because there's no other reason to take that line. Okay, yeah, definitely going to suspend Tutor on turn 2. Yeah, and that line might be better. It may be, yeah, again, maybe that was the winning line, but I didn't do it. Was too scared to take the damage. Audible to Belcher. The most recent Athena pick on Twitter is S tier. I could pull it up for maybe those who missed it. It's a good picture. He has been very cute lately. Been a very cute dog. Very sweet girl. So next turn I'm probably going to go map for Urborg, and then Thirst, there's the Channeler. It's a good few minutes of the day. Search every 5 mana black, mythic, and red modern. The only other interesting I found was T-Grid. Do you have any thoughts on T-Grid and mono black? I'd have to read the card again. Oh, there we go. I just have to read the card again. Hold on. So I think I'm somewhat likely to just tutor Damnation next turn. I mean, this effect is not that strong. Like, I really dislike this part of the card. It's like 5 mana 4/5 where you need other things triggering to make this do anything. Obviously, like, it's powerful, but like the fact that it's a 4 mana 5/5 that needs other cards functioning to do anything is just not good at all. Yeah, the Lantern's not very good either. Maybe I'll get Blast Zone here, stop the Ragavan dashing. Also stops Drowned Lock from getting me. It's like, okay, with Invoke, no it's not. Like, okay, obviously, like, if your 5-drop resolves and your opponent doesn't kill it, and then you cast Invoke Despair, you're gonna win the game. But it's like, when you have any two 5-drops resolving and not being interacted with, it wins the game. So to say that it's good with Invoke Despair is just not really true. Because again, any two 5-drops resolving is just game over in Modern. And like the fact that this is like only good when you have something like Invoke Despair. No way! We just ripped the Damnation. Let's go. Still not game over. Just ripping the Damnation though. The next turn we can map for Coffers and cast Golos. They've got one card left in their hand. We hope it's not a second Drown. We drew Cataracts, wow. Excuse me. I think I'm gonna grab... Okay, I have to grab Coffers here. And then I think I grab Blast Zone with the Golos ETB. I was gonna grab Cataracts, but I just drew it. Wait, why are they cycling Street Wraith now? I was going to say the play was Catastrophic to counter tutor card, not the tutor card. Well, I was going to tutor Blast Zone, so they couldn't counter the Blast Zone, so countering the Profane Tutor was correct. It was actually like a really good heads-up play. Just happened that I top-decked the one card that really punished them for taking that line. Yeah, you could play the Black March. I think generally I would just want my interaction to be cheaper, and I want my big spells to be more value-based spells. But the Black March is fine. The Mighty Pazuzu. Thank you for the 3 months. Great username. Put a Juice Street Wraith off Bobble. Ah, yeah, of course. They should have responded to me casting the Golos, though, right? Looking for Drown. Casting Street Wraith seems like a reasonable line. Yeah, that's a Swamp Walker. The Great Pazuzu. Okay, and it's Ragavan, 2 mystery cards. Okay. Twiddlefish, great username, 2 months. Where is Golos from? Colorful Cape. Pretty good fit. Nice hat. Maybe LA? I don't know. We have to ask. Ask Wizards. Wizards, can we get the lore on what city Golos is from? What country? Okay, not the best hits, but we'll take the free Bloodchief's Thirst. Hold us back to block second dash Ragavan. Spain. Oh yeah, I definitely feel some Spain vibes here. Texan looks at funny man. Maybe LA. Yeah. Okay, so if I play the Bojuka Bog, then this Cabal Coffers now taps for 8 mana. So it should be enough to also sack the Blast Zone. But I guess I don't really need to. I don't actually need to. I can just play the Marsh Flats post combat, and then save the Bog, and then just have the instant speed up. I don't think I can afford to cast Thoughtseize here. I think it's even kind of like our worst Golos hits ever, to be honest. But we're still doing okay. Got the Blast Zone up. Obviously, if they kill my Golos this turn, then they can out top deck me. Is there a way we bog our grave? Yeah, if I play bog, I'm probably bogging myself. Oh, dang it. I guess maybe not for that purpose. Yeah, bogging them does turn off their top deck heat, but bogging myself turns off top deck drown. Not really sure which is more relevant. I think now turning off drown is more relevant. This is worse if I draw Cling to Dust though. But just like the fact that like drown would be otherwise such a good top deck for them, and it's now turned off is a really big game. I think especially with a Fatal Push in my hand. So they drew an Iteration. No, Dragman. Okay, they drew a Ragavan, we drew a Push, everything is equal. Boggins Croxa, yeah. I mean, there's reason to bug them, reasons to bug myself. Could also just top deck Invoke Despair and win. Been worth it to sack Blast Zone and attack them to 1. I think that it was like kind of like they had a second dash Dragavan. But maybe, yeah, maybe. Is it worth buying this deck? Worth it is always like determined. You know, you have to determine if it's worth it or not. But I like it a lot. I think it's good. I also bought this deck in paper. If I knew we were gonna get our offer accepted, maybe I wouldn't have. It's fine. We'll be okay. So last match we won game 1 against Grixis Shadow, then lost both sideboard games. Hopefully that doesn't repeat itself. I think I should have mulliganed my game 3 opening hand. Had 2 back-to-back 3-0s. The deck at LGS feels very good. Yeah, I think it's very good too. Is Golos worth above a playset of Invoke Despair? Yes. I mean, obviously, like, I was playing a playset of Invoke Despair for a long time, and like Invoke is really good in the deck, but Golos is great. Invoke Despair is good. Golos is great. Is my current evaluation. I think I like this hand well enough to keep. Obviously, it's a little clunky, but Blast Zone is like one of our premium cards, and we have a turn 1 push. You don't want to mulligan that aggressively. You really do want to push her at Bloodchief's Thirst in your opening hand in this matchup. Would it be wise to add 1 manland? I don't think so. Like, there's been like very few spots I would have wanted to tutor a manland with Golos. If you disagree and you think you should play a manland, you should play a Hive of the Eye Tyrant. I think that's the manland I would choose to play. But I just have very rarely found myself like in the position. They took Karn. Wow. I very rarely found myself in the position where like Golos is a card, or sorry, Hive is a card I'd want to tutor. So I think you just don't want it. Is Obliterator not good enough for the mono black value deck? No, Obliterator is just not that good in Modern, unfortunately. I think I take the Street Wraith here because it maybe turns off their. Obviously, they've kept a 1-lander, and then they can't cast a Shadow if they don't draw another way to lose life. I've pushed for Shadow too. When was the last time I casted Omnath on stream? I was playing the Rockrick deck back in the Trophy Race. Surely there was at least one other Omnath deck. I'm probably going to try to find a good Omnath deck in Pioneer. I mean, I guess it probably is just Niv, though. It's probably just Niv. Why did they not cycle? I don't know. Paid actor. Play Urborg, so if we draw Coffers, we can Golos next turn. I feel like they'll get to the point where if this becomes real, people learn how to play against it. You simply won't have room to play so many random utility lands because people will understand to kill the 2 Urborgs. Yeah. Maybe. I'm not sure it'll ever get to that point though. Also, not every deck like has the like most decks can't kill 2 Urborgs. It's just Titan. Okay, come on, land, please. Liliana's not bad. Certainly not a bad draw here. I think I'm going to discard one of the 2 Fatal Pushes since the Liliana Edicts are going to be pretty good removal. I'm not sure Blessing is good either on this board. I think it's fine. I guess it's a problem that this turns on like Drown. This is the 5th card in the yard for Drown for Golos. There's a 4-color landfall Yorion deck that was power but a bit weak to stuff like Winota and Combo. Yeah, I kind of remember that deck. It played like Lotus Cobra too, right? I remember I played against that deck in the PTQ. I won with the mono green Karn deck, and I got so free. I got so lucky in game 3, where my opponent drew millions and millions of cards super fast. They really went off, but the millions of cards they drew they were actually all lands, and I was able to win. It was crazy. Which I'm not the good one, the 4-color one. Apparently that card's still legal in Pioneer. I actually thought it was banned. I was actually like. I was pretty confident it was banned, but I was wrong. However you say that word. So they've passed with Drown to lock up. They also very clearly have an Unholy Heat here. So I think I'm supposed to jam a Golos, just let it get drowned. And this at the very least taxes their mana, which is something I'm pretty interested in. Not ban no fetches. Yeah, I know. I still have Fabled Passage. Almath is still a very powerful card. We come back to Zendikar. Yeah, I think a 5-color Omnath feels pretty inevitable. Okay, it looks like I'm gonna get to resolve Golos. Deck out of stock. Yeah, I think we have set for 4 channel point decks a stream, resetting every 30 minutes. We may have already done all 4 today. I'm not sure. Okay. Yeah, I think I just like going push, Golos plus Liliana. My read of the Unholy Heat was wrong. They just like tap mana on their turn and then passed. No, you can't get Omnath off Niv because it is not a 2-color card. Want to see a mono black Omnath? We cast Omnath off Voidwalker in this deck. How do you drown a robot? It's easy. Robots like die in water, right? Okay, Damping Sphere actually turns off the Cascading Cataracts too. So I probably need to try to tick Blast Zone up. So I can go Edict their Channeler, Thoughtseize their Shadow, take up the Blast Zone, and I could attack. If this was a 2-turn clock, I would. Oh well, maybe just backing that in. Goldfish also sometimes seems to randomly include decks that go 1/3 at local 1Ks and 5Ks. Yeah, there is definitely some weirdness. Okay, Utopia Sprawl on white. Suspends Lotus Bloom. Curse you, Tamashi! I didn't know they were playing Utopia Sprawl. I can get Karn off the Profane Tutor. Probably be okay. Elementals. The Lotus Bloom means it's Tamashi combo. Tamashi combo has been very popular today. I leave for 3 days to play Pioneer. I leave Modern for 3 days to play Pioneer. And everything's Tamashi combo and Tron. If I don't have Sophie, what's my opinion on War and Peace versus Cauldron Hammer? Cauldron's way better than the swords, in my opinion. I say this a lot, but like what Cauldron does in the Hammer Time deck, and like why I really like it, is like Cauldron makes Stoneforge Mystic a card that your opponent needs to kill. Bloodchief starts looking worse than Push here if they do. Oh, they have Wargate. Wow. Oh man, their next turn's gonna be big. I can't cast the Karn this turn. I just have to pass. Do they have the turn 3 kill? Is Pioneer a good format? I've been liking it. Good is, you know, what is good? There's too many formats now. Well, that's kind of the nice thing about Magic, right? Is you don't have to play every format. You shouldn't even, I think. Oh no, my Profane Tutor is not coming off suspend, but thankfully I just naturally drew the Karn. And thankfully it doesn't look like I'm dying here. Famous last words, maybe. I think it's by design that, like, obviously there's a lot of formats, and like you just get to pick the ones you like, and there's something for everybody. Like there's something. I think that it's good that there's more formats rather than less. Why not map for second coffer? I'm gonna do that. I just don't need to do it now. So I lose the Profane Tutor. What I think I'm going to do is just Karn for coating, and then coating the Teferi. And then Karn shutting off the Lotus Blooms is huge here. I have to coating the Teferi because otherwise they bounce my coating. I guess I can coating the Forest, actually. I can coating the Forest because if they bounce the coating, it doesn't matter. I just replay it. They have no mana. The problem with too many formats is you lose the players playing a format. Like I can't play Pioneer locally because everyone around me plays Standard or Modern. But you can. There are places to play Pioneer. I mean, I think that this argument doesn't make any sense, right? Because it's like, of those 3 formats, Pioneer is the least popular, but it's also the one you like, right? Pioneer is the least popular, but it's the one you like. It's the one you want to play. And so the idea that there's too many formats, it's like the format. If there were gonna be less formats, the format that they would cut is Pioneer. And so it's it's weird, right? Because it's weird because you're like, there's too many formats, and because no one wants to play the least popular format with me, which is I obviously everybody's related to that, but like you have an interest in it, so I think it's good that there are these formats, right? I think it's good to stop them from getting 3 mana this turn. I think that's more relevant than them getting a card off of this. No way. Oh, this is so frustrating. I can't believe they had Solitude here. I can't believe they had Solitude. Good beats, I guess. They only have 2 cards in their hand. They get another card off the Teferi. Yeah, it seems like the Tamashi Jacks are just so good at having their tutor targets at the right time, too. Oh boy. Could have gone to second main. See what they spend their mana on, then plus Karn. Yeah, we should have. This just wasn't on my radar. I think that's hopefully understandable that this just wasn't on my radar that they could Solitude me here. Good learning lesson for next time, though. John Sack for Dallas. So we can push the Tamashi next turn. I don't know that we can kick Thirst onto Teferi. Do they have enough mana for Colossus? No, they don't have enough mana, do they? They're 1 short. They're 1 short. Have they just not played their land this turn? I think if they haven't played their land this turn, they can cast Colossus. Tamashi. Just the best freaking deck in the format. Okay, we're gonna bring in the Voidwalkers, cutting the Damnations, cutting the Bloodchief's Thirst, I think. Maybe play one Thirst. They could have messed up there. It's just not worth it to me or to like you guys for me to like let them spend 10 minutes messing up. I don't care. It's like this. Maybe if this was a PTQ, we'd make them play it out, but it's not worth my time, and it's not worth all of your time to like see them click through the combo. I'm just, you know, the equity, the misclick equity is just not anything I care about. Don't think it's guaranteed dead since it's second main. Yeah, but it's like, it's effectively dead. They just get to draw their whole deck, right? It's just not, I'm not interested in playing it out there. It is just worth it to me to save the time. Ooh, the double Urborg hand. And then the one land coffer hand. Okay. This hand's fine though. Just gonna put back Golos Invoke Despair. Really wish I could play the map on turn 1. We got the tap land. But Voidwalker is really good in this matchup. And now, oh right, the castle enters tap too. Okay, fair enough. Love your Judd money pile. How do you reach the matchup against Burn, Rhinos, 4-color Omnath? I think good against Burn. Oh, brutal. Good against Burn with the Urza Saga Lantern. Fine against Rhinos, bad against Omnath. You need 1 mana floating after Colossus to kill the turn. They did have the mana floating though. You keep going forward on the lowest field, 16-4, no trophy. That's a good record though. Good record. Keep at it. I may like cast this Lotus Bloom and I got Skyclave. I may cast the Lotus Bloom and cast the Griselbrand off of it. Opponent with no third land. Yeah, I had a really good time with Pioneer yesterday. My goal was to like feel comfortable with my deck choice for this weekend, and maybe so we can return to some Pioneer this week too, because I'm enjoying it. Okay, now they found their third land.
What's up? It's me, your friend, Aspiring Spike.
Trying to get into competitive modern outside of my weekly LGS. Is there a way to find bigger tournaments? You're probably barking up the wrong tree, because I just sit in my room all day and play online, but online is like definitely the place for big tournaments and the most competitive tournaments, to be honest. I mean, there's the Star City Games circuit, which is coming back, and there probably will be more paper tournaments coming back now that the Pro Tour is happening. You have the regional championship qualifiers too, but for now I think Magic Online is still the place to be. I'm a Pioneer content goblin. Please feed me Pioneer content. Do my best. It was fun yesterday. I even got to yell at somebody. I love to yell at people. 16-4 Teamer Rec with the trophy this weekend. So can be back in Goldfish. Hell yeah. Teamer Rec's definitely a consideration. Probably a good choice, to be honest. I don't know, Spike. I think you're pretty pissy. I think that they're onto something. I hope I don't get yelled at by Spike. SC Giles just start yelling at my opponents. Live took shows what I play if I could go. I didn't realize you couldn't go this weekend. It's brutal. Too bad. Somebody in the chat. I genuinely don't know what this was in response to. I feel like I was being pretty normal. I don't know what they were commenting on, but for some reason they said that something I said was pretty pissy. I have no idea what they're referencing, but I yelled at, I was like, you what the hell, don't don't talk to me like that. And then I was clowning on them a little bit, and then they told me to eat a bag of dicks, and We actually squashed the beef online though. We're going golfing. We're going golfing next weekend. Not this weekend because it's the SCG Open. But we did squash the beef. Will chat know my deck list before the tournament? Yeah, usually I might change, you know, at the last second, but I'm usually pretty open about what I'm playing. Did I end up eating the bag? I don't know what that's referencing. I'm just kind of scared to find out. I'm sure it's something that I said, but I'm not actually sure what that's referencing. Cultivator Colossus as a 7-mana 3/3, and now, oh sorry, we only have 7 mana. Okay, we only have 7 mana because I'm counting the Voidwalker, the Lotus Bloom here. Yeah, there's probably some juicy clips. Yeah. Yeah, if you're rude to me in chat, well, you have to squash the beef with me too. Like, you also have to squash the beef for us to go golfing. I'm not very good. But what's fun about golfing is you get to like just hit sand with like a stick, and there's just not too many opportunities in life to do that in a socially acceptable setting. Just beat some sand with a stick. Would I accept disc golfing? Esther's best friend is really into disc golfing, and she always tries to convert us.
What'd you say?
Not say anything.
You said Esther's best friend.
Oh, I was talking about how we were talking about disc golfing. I said that she keeps trying to convert us to.
I was playing
Golfing.
for a little bit.
Yeah. I know.
I liked it.
I know. Yeah, it's good. I love it.
Okay, I don't even think you did it with us though.
I didn't know.
Yeah, not with us.
I'll go.
You would, yeah.
I was.
It was really fun. I liked it. It was. I think my favorite part of it is going to the places that have really nice trails and like very good views.
Being
like,
outside.
Yes, being outside, and it's not
harassing pedestrians.
super. Oh, okay. It's not super intensive, but it's very nice.
Yeah, that's good.
Hi guys.
I think I'll play Golos over the Griselbrand on the draw.
Esther's always listening. Yeah.
This stream is sponsored to you by Frolfing.
That's not.
You can use code SPIKE at checkout on frolf.com and
Frolf?
get Frisbee Golf.
It's called Dolph.
Disc golf. You can check the ad read.
It's disc golf.
You
can check the ad read. Okay, the fake ad read. Thanks, guys.
The what?
It's just my house. It's only my house.
We bought Esther a house.
Dolph? No, it's solely Athena's house. It's the wolf house, yeah. Bought a house for Athena. The whole house.
Oh, yeah.
Who are we? Millennials? Yeah.
Yeah, I know it's Rolf. I know. It's okay. It's not always about being right, chat. It's about making sure that she knows you're right. I think it's good to push the bird there. Opponent looks like they have a Eldarmy's Call. I think I need to play a Voidwalker because of Teferi. Obviously, like, I could Thoughtseize here, but could Veil. I think it's just better to play this. No, opponent's playing Tamashi combo, which is the best deck in Modern. It's pretty good. My opponent wouldn't Veil of Summer me, would they? I think I'm gonna still suspend this Profane Tutor. Like, if they draw a land and they slam Teferi, we feel really bad. They could have Veil of Summer, and if they do have Veil, I want to be able to go like suspend Tutor, then like Profane Tutor, Thoughtseize. Spotty, I'm on her side. I am too. Yeah. Always. The hedge fund owners have been rejected. John Finkel will not be the new Mora. Yeah, I was honestly like not super caught up on what all that drama was. I remember Cedric Phillips like explained it or something. Got a Sakura Tri-Builder, huh? So, I'm trying to think. I don't think there's any way I lose next turn. Because they just can't get Lotus Bloom into the graveyard and start their Tamashii loop. So I should be good to just get a Coffers. And then go Golos for Coffers. Is an opponent's deck a Caleb D-Brew? I wasn't under the impression that the Tamashii combo deck was a Caleb D-Brew. It wouldn't necessarily surprise me, but I don't know who the originator of the Tamashii combo deck was, but it's also been under like many iterations at this point too. When I go from zone to blow Portable Hole, I mean, I think with my hand being such gas and me having Profane Tutor coming off suspend, I just want the more mana. The more mana, the more gooder. Like, because I can also just, like, yeah, the more mana is... Yeah, more mana, more good. First seen it from Davius Minimus. Davis Minimus. Well, shout out to Davis Minimus. I'm sorry to everybody whose username I pronounced over the years. You deserve better than me. But shout out to Davis. Can I explain the combo? So I've explained it a few times today, but we got time to go over it again, I guess. So the goal is to put Tamashii into play and have a Lotus Bloom in the graveyard, either by Goblin Engineering it into the graveyard or sacrificing it, normally. And then Tamashii allows you to pick up a land and replay Lotus Bloom, which nets you 2 mana each time. And, importantly, it puts a bunch of lands into your hand, because once you have all that mana, your goal is to put a Cultivator Colossus into play, via your War Gates, just casting Colossus, Eldarmri's Call, or Finale of Devastation. Then when you cast Colossus, you have tons of lands in your deck. You get to put a ton of lands into play, draw a lot of cards, then pick those lands up with Tamashii, making more mana, casting another Colossus if you need to, but eventually you win with a Finale of Devastation. Okay, I'm going to tutor up a Karn here, I think. One Karn is plenty deck. I don't actually need two. Is Necromancer a good cyber card for the deck? Yeah, Necromancer is good against these kind of combo decks, so of course. I should be in pretty good shape here. I think I'm just gonna grab the Needle and cast the second Golos. Getting a third Coffers. Go Citadel. Maybe just get the Citadel next turn. Once you attack the payoff, Cultivator Colossus, or the engine, it just kind of depends. We're talking about with the Necromancer. You probably name Colossus because they just like have a really hard time winning without that card. Could be wrong. I got this sick pin from the like Kamigawa gift box thing. I wanted to put it on the collage, but it's kind of. Stop pushing it. I'll put it in later. Karn on the hold at Archon if they don't play a creature. I don't think I had 7 mana after the Karn. Okay. This is fine. I have a second Karn. And a 4th Cabal Coffers. Yeah, I'm not gonna if I play this deck in paper, I'm gonna miss the ability to not have to do the math. So I have enough mana to go Karn for Bolas' Citadel and Needle Tamashii. Oh, Bolas' Citadel. What a ridiculous card. Match 2 is Grixis Shadow, so lost Shadow, beat Tamashii. What's the average turn win of Tamashii? Probably turn 4, but it can win on turn 3. Okay, we're gonna go Thoughtseize into Tutor into Expedition map. Take the Agent, I think. Maybe taking Force is better. I love all the old borders here. Old Border Misty, Old Border Agent, Old Border Force, Old Border Charm. Beautiful taste. Yeah, maybe I'm supposed to take the Force. Obviously, though, if like they don't draw another Cascader, it's like so good for me to take the Agent. Was Street Wraith versus Giganta and Shadow? I don't have very strong feelings, to be honest. At least I should say, like, I actually don't think it's really a decision. I think that you play Street Wraith if you want to play, if you don't play DRC Bobble, and if you do play DRC Bobble, you don't play Street Wraith. Is my current evaluation. So it's actually I don't think it's actually a conversation of like those two cards against each other. It's like if you play DRC Bubble, you get Giganta. If you play you can play Street Wraith and no Giganta, but you just kind of don't play. What you don't do is play both together. Yeah, I actually kind of like how these lands look with the Urborg, to be honest. And a lot of people complain about it, but I think they look okay. I think Winota has a place in Modern, or is removal too efficient? People have played Winota in Modern and 5-0'd with it, and generally done okay. I'm not sure is I guess my answer to your question. After playing some Winota and Pioneer, I do think I want to look a little bit closer at the archetype. So it's on my to-do list. I've got a lot of stuff on my to-do list. I'm like, it's always I like to have a lot on my to-do list, but there's just a never-ending content, huh? I think I kind of like grabbing Archon of Cruelty, because they have a really hard time dealing with that. And then would your Inquisition? I think I'm happy enough this turn actually to just make them Archmage's Charm my Golos, and then I can use the Archmage's Charm to answer the Force and Damnation. Obviously if they have a Cascader. Yeah, I think IOK is a fine tutor target here as well. The thing is, like, if we go Archon, make them lose the Charm, then the Archon is just... I know I can't cast it next turn, but just one land lets you cast it the turn after. And, like, in this deck, Archon of Cruelty is absurdly good against Rhinos, where in Reanimator, Archon is good, but they get to bounce it with, like, their Dead Gods and their Brazen Borrowers. In this deck, they can't really do that. Ice my Cabal Coffers. Okay, let me go ahead and cycle Cling to Dust. Okay, I'm okay with them forcing this Expedition map. We're not quite dead to a Violent Outburst, although it'd be pretty bad if that was the one unknown card. Okay, they force the Inquisition. We beat the Tamashi deck. I think the matchup's okay. Like, Karn is really good against Tamashi, and you got a lot of cheap interaction. It would be better if we played the fourth push, so maybe we should be playing the fourth push. Okay, I'll be sad if they have the second Archmage's Charm here. Sadness confirmed. Sadness on the stack. So I'm probably going to gain life with Clean to Dust next turn, and then set up for a Damnation the following turn to clean up the Suspended Footfalls. I do lose to some stuff, though, with that line. Okay, this draw does make it harder to lose to stuff, I guess. We lost to Grixis Shadow this league. And also beat it this league. So we're gaining life here. I'm going to leave Archon in the graveyard to get back with the Takenuma. Which is, like, pretty realistic if we ever draw an Expedition map with this amount of mana. Did they actually draw Violent Outburst? Okay. Another look at it. Another borrower? Another borrower. Okay. Kind of interesting if they attack Liliana or attack me. I also have, I'm not sure what I'm getting with this Profane Tutor. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe Golos? Maybe I get an Inquisition of Kozilek. I think if they have Force, they force this Profane Tutor because they might be worried about me getting like another Archon, but maybe they know the list. I could just get second Damnation. I think it's probably IOK. Do you have enough mana to get Takenuma? I think we did after the we drew to land. I think we were a little short to Damnation and Takenuma. And this just like being good against Violent Outburst and Force of Negation seems pretty correct to me. I guess I should have played this first, but be fine. So we can do a Damnation, Cling to Dust, see if we draw anything off the Cling. They do have a Fury. I have lots of good draws. I guess I should crack here, so I can leave the Archon in the graveyard. Because we just have like all of a sudden this makes like Expedition Map a good draw. Okay, how about a basic Swamp? What's the best way to recover from Beseiju hitting Urborg? Tutoring another Beseiju. Alright, Fury hard cast. We can take one hit theoretically. We have like a ton of great top decks here, but we need to find one. Thoughtseize, ain't it? God, dang it. Dang it. Would have been enough to get Griselbrand. We could have gotten Griselbrand. My opponent did have the Force of Negation in the hand, by the way. Like, but I guess maybe the Griselbrand gets me out of the situation. Okay. Invoke Despair is a very good top deck. Would have been so much better last turn. My opponent's also, you know, they've drawn a lot. Oh, woo, we drew the Takenuma. Let's go. What a swingy game. Do I have enough mana to Cling to Dust, then Thoughtseize, then Archon? I have 9 plus 5 is 14. 5 plus 8 is 13. 4, 5, 13, 4, 14. Counting that I do. I'm not sure like what they could possibly have though that like that Thoughtseize hits, but yeah, like I'm not sure that I really care that much about Dead Gone. But it seemed pretty free to do this. And just Resolved Archon's so good because like, you know, if they bounce it, we just get to replay it. Okay, awesome game one. Amazing game one. This is definitely a sideboard or a matchup that I'm not 100% sure how to sideboard, where the Voidwalkers are good against the Rhinos, but they're so bad against like kind of like the rest of the deck. But maybe like the Lilianas and the Thirst are bad enough that you just kind of have to bring him in. Golos being a 3/5 is actually not bad. Gonna leave this to get with Karn. I might bring in the Wurmcoil too. Do you move Bridge to main deck? No, you just leave this for Karn. Your Karns get so much worse without Bridge in the yard or in the sideboard. I can keep this. Yeah, Cling is so good. I think I take the Borrower and then just let them Fire Ice me. By replacing Invoke with Turok. I've played with both Invoke and Turok in the main deck. Different numbers in the main deck. Invoke is better, especially for the mana curve. Turok is fine. Turok is totally fine though. Obviously, we're hoping my opponent doesn't Draw into... Sorry. Hoping my opponent doesn't draw into a Cascader before I get my Voidwalker down. One of these draws was this island, so I think it's Charm, Islet, Mystery card. I'm gonna play my Voidwalker. Maybe they charm it, maybe they don't. They do charm it. The next turn I can go Karn, probably gets countered, but if it doesn't, I can go for Chalice. Spins Footfalls. Map is pretty tempting here. I think I don't want to let them draw the 2 off the charm though, when they're like stumbling a little bit. And then like I can go map for Urborg. Hopefully my opponent doesn't put too much pressure on me. Then, well, they're so likely to have another counterspell. I know I took this line last turn though. I think I should take it again. If it's another charm, I like this line. Like I liked it more when I knew there was another charm, but if this is subtlety, this line ends up being not that good. Cryptic Command, wow. Wow. I mean, if they're not drawing, threats, they're drawing counterspells, it's fine. It's definitely, the much more blue variant, obviously. So they get to resolve Footfalls next turn, but we actually get to resolve... Or do we get to Archon next turn? Because we can't crack this. So next turn we go crack this map, Coffers, 2 mana activate. We have 7 mana. Okay, so looks like we're gonna be 1 short of casting Archon next turn. We are at 18. I'm feeling okay. Maybe it's better to go for Golos because it doesn't get forced. I think getting Golos here makes my next turn like pretty powerful. Can block a Rhino. Go for Golos. 3/5 against 4/4. That's bad. That's bad. Taking 12 down to 4. Another Violent Outburst would be worst case scenario. I guess no. The worst case scenario is like ice into fire, kill ya. That ain't too good either. Taking 16 down to 2. Which man do I have? I guess I should play the Swamp first. Swamp first, then Invoke just like the team. No, I should Archon before Invoke to beat Force because I think there's a good chance they have Force. If not, I can maybe Takenuma. They did have Force. Oh man, that's awesome. Okay, so I have 10 mana left. Invoke Despair, kill a Rhino, block a Rhino, go to 1. Might as well invoke first because we could draw something else to do besides Takenuma, of course. I guess I would rather suspend Profane Tutor, cast Voidwalker. Can we bridge this turn? Yeah, maybe getting bridge was better. Although it wouldn't beat the Force, though. No! Oh, so close. Yeah, that line didn't beat the Force. Okay, game 3. That's the Fire Ice at the top, even if we did get the bridge. Awesome, sad Pricot. Yeah, hopefully we play some more Pioneer this week. Karn get Ratchet Bomb. Well, I don't think we had enough mana to go Archon and then Karn for Ratchet Bomb. Maybe we did. Yeah, I think we did. We did, yeah. If we don't Invoke Despair. Yeah, that was the line. That was definitely the line. Right. On the play for game 3, though. Got a mulligan to No-Lander. Keep. Put back second map. I guess. Don't really need to Thoughtseize till turn 3, so we can just go turn 2 get Urborg. Oh, awesome. Then, so we get to get the Urborg this turn, then we get to go Thoughtseize next turn into Golos. Might get Cataracts with the Golos. If we think we'll counter Karn anyways, we're just bringing Chalice. I don't think... I mean, Karn just gets so much... You have 4 Karns in your deck that just get much, much worse if you don't have the Chalice in the sideboard. Obviously, they're not terrible. Like, they still have other cards to get, but... The Chalice makes the Karns all much better. Like, immediately impacting the board for 4 mana. So I think we're getting iced here, which is fine by me. Unless we draw a Voidwalker or another 2-drop. Oh boy. Good hand. Pretty good hand, huh? So I think what my line's going to be is resolve Golos, grab a second Cabal Coffers, and then they're going to Violent Outburst, and then I'm going to block, and then they're going to Violent Outburst again to kill the Golos in combat, and I just Damnation. I think this line's good. Yeah, it looks like they're about to like cast the Force and realize the Violent Outburst kills the Golos. Falling right into my trap. Right into my trap. Hopefully falling right into my trap. Take 5 down to 12. Not a super low matchup or life total. Their hand is Brazen Borrower, Force of Vigor, 2 unknown cards. The revealed zone's gotten a little messed up. Looks like they have a Crashing Footfalls as one of the 2 unknowns. So Force of Negation is the now single unknown card. We get pretty dead, but I guess Thoughtseize now lets us even play around that. Probably take Borrower. Their hand's just a land, which it is. Sadpricot, great username still. Thank you for the tier 1. So their suspend card is suspend 4, but mine's only suspend 2. I'm probably getting Archon or Cruelty. Obviously, if they drew exactly Subtlety or Archmage's Charm, it's not very good. But like basically any card we could get in this spot is weak to those cards, so besides Cling to Dust. Oh, that's funny. Do I have enough to cast both? I think I'm a little short. Maybe it's better to cast Griselbrand first, though. No way. No freaking way. Why? Think Hypergenesis Unbanned be too strong for Modern now that Charlotte's in the format? I think Hypergenesis is worse than Glimpse combo, but it's also like Hypergenesis is like horrible gameplay. I think it's probably just best if we let that one stay dead. Resolved, awesome. Got pretty lucky to top deck Archon there. I think Great Furnace is still too OP for Modern. Yeah, the untapped artifact lands would be super insanely strong right now. What about Dark Depths? Okay, we're not gonna go list every single. I can't spend the stream listing every single banned Modern card. But yeah, Dark Depths would be way too good. I think. At the very least, like Dark Depths Thespian Stage is also like, you know, not the best gameplay. It's kind of fun, but like without Wasteland in the format, without Stifle, without Swords to Plowshares, like Prismatic Ending is a sorcery. People keep going, Dark Depths is fine. We've got Prismatic Ending, and it's like Prismatic Ending is a sorcery. You make the Dark Depths end of turn, hit you for 20. I don't know. At the very least, like these, I also always like to poke fun at these questions because they're just like, Spike, I'm bored. What if we did something wacky like unbanned Hypergenesis? It's like, I guess, yeah. Yeah, obviously March exists too. Right? I know March exists. March is good against it, but it's like, Spike, what if we unbanned? What if we just unbanned Dark Depths? Huh? What is that? Is that good? Is this a good idea? I just like make Modern fun. And it's okay that you're bored. Like, it's fine to be bored. But it's not a very good ban-unban philosophy. How was that Cabal Coffers top deck, huh? Probably just keep Voidwalker up for force now. Spike on board. Let's unban Chite. Let's unban Uro. Alright, let's get a 4-1 prediction going. We'll see. We'll see. Not committed to it quite yet. Do I have all the cards? I have most of them. I did order some of them kind of recently, like the Goloses. I don't know if like those are coming in the mail or if they'll be here in time. They haven't come yet. I think it's Elementals. I think the Vesperlark, the card's pretty nuts. And I think for the 7 months, appreciate you, buddy. This matchup was probably great. I think this deck is slightly favored in the Yorion matchup. Like the first 2 times we played against it, we got crushed. But I think that was just kind of a classic. You're playing a big mana deck, and your Yorion opponent. They drew multiple Spreading Seas. Like both times we got crushed, in both games that they won. And obviously, like, you know, you're a big mana deck. You can lose to the Omnath deck when they draw multiple Spreading Seas. You can lose to the deck when they don't, too. But like the overall matchup, I think has felt pretty solid. I've liked the overall matchup. This deck play more utility lands at field that were illegal. I don't even want to think about what this deck would look like with field. Dude, field. We had some good times with Field of the Dead, but it's for the best that we don't reflect on that toxic relationship with Field of the Dead. It is really funny to me. It's really funny to me that we were like Golos was a meme on the channel because of the Commander ban. It was like Golos has been a long time meme on the channel for Commander ban, and then we just like happened to like really like fall in love with the only deck Golos has ever been playable in. I guess it's been like somewhat playable in Tron, right? But we just been like playing a lot of the cards. Could this deck run Vesuva? I wouldn't recommend it. Okay, probably getting Skelemental here maybe. The Reef. Yeah, we're gonna beat the Reef, I think. Yeah, let's get a Coffers and then. Oh, I was gonna tutor Cascading Cataracts with the Golos, but I guess I'm just gonna get a third Coffers. Esther, we can't get the house. I said breast on stream on accident. We're canceled. We're done for. You're gonna have to. I have to start playing Elden Ring all day while you support me. Think there's a Coffers deck with Heartless Summoning for turn 3 Golos? I don't think so, because it's like, if you're gonna play Coffers, right? You're trying to play Coffers. If you're playing Coffers, you don't want your mana acceleration to be enchantment based. Your mana acceleration is just your Coffers. Does Esther stream also? It depends on who you ask. If you ask Esther, she might say yes. Just depends on who you ask. She would love hearing someone ask. Does she stream? I guess no, I'm actually kind of happy if they sack this. I want to trigger the. I don't care if they sack this and I don't get to kill it with the Blast Zone, but I'm gonna probably trigger Revolt and push the Reeve. Just see if I draw something better to do. Oh, sorry. I forgot that they get the trigger off the. I forgot to get the trigger off the voice. That was a mistake. I think I like playing the map here. We're obviously really ahead. Got Archon in play. We can map for Takenuma or Castle Locthwain. We don't have anything in the graveyard to get back with the Takenuma right now. We do get 3 looks at something. Can obviously just draw like spells. What was the verdict with Gen Saga earlier? I think we were. I think we 4-1. We went 0-2 into 4-1, and then I wanted to play one more league, and then I accidentally queued with this instead and decided to play this. Gen Saga is a good deck, a reasonable deck. Why wouldn't I put the map in play Lightning Skelemental if I wanted to keep Cascading Cataracts in hand instead? What does this attack mean? Somebody tell me. Does it really mean Lightning Bolt? It can't mean that. It could mean Fury. Probably means Fury. Forgot to play a land? No, I played a land. I played the Blast Zone and sacked it. I want to do this before they can sack the voice and trigger the Reef. And then I think I am going to go for the Takenuma line. Even though I could draw something else to do off the Archon. Not a big deal if I miss here. We did miss. Oh, we kind of missed. We did actually exile Cling to Dust. Which... Oh, sorry. So let me answer this just in case it's a house thing. Hello? That was a not an important call. Yeah, sorry. Let me turn my phone on silent. I know it made me jump. Sorry if that was too loud. My phone's usually on not on loud. I hate, usually I just don't answer my phone if I don't recognize the number, but like, when you're doing something like the house stuff, you just gotta answer every call. It sucks. Mark, thank you for the 5 months. Appreciate you. Evoking Fury. I guess they drew Ephemerate? Okay, it's pretty good. Feel obviously a lot worse about this if I didn't have the Karn in my hand. Do we have enough to kill them with Ballista? We've got 7 lands in play next turn. 17 mana. 17 plus 2. 19 mana. 19 mana minus 4. So, yeah, that's enough. Assuming I counted correctly, I guess. Probably should have just double checked real quick. Did I mention doing Just Get Work today? I did, yeah. I'm not sure if I want to do it today or tomorrow. I did mention it though. I think I'll probably do it tomorrow. Just like spend some time like working on the list. I think we had the dono deck this morning. It looked really good. I don't think I changed very much from that list, or at least from like what I suggested the changes are. But I probably want to sleep on it and maybe figure out something else. I'm gonna cut the Lilianas. I might bring in the Ballista. Bring in the Wurmcoil, and then like tutor up Torpor Orb and Bridge. But Just Game Work Tide, I think, is maybe like a good choice for this weekend. Doesn't have a good Omnath matchup, but like neither does like any of the Ragavan decks. Maybe if I just play like 3 Mystical Disputes, I'll be okay. I'm doing well, Affinity. How you doing? The house, we got our offer accepted. I'm super excited. We put in 5 offers on Sunday and 1 on Friday. We only got 1 accepted, despite all the offers being like very competitive. But the one that did get accepted is my favorite of the houses. So I am definitely very happy. It was Esther's second favorite. It was really close between the two. We almost got the second favorite one also. But like somebody offered like an absurd amount of money in cash, a ridiculous amount of money in cash. Our closing date is a month from yesterday, so it's gonna take some time. It's gonna take some time to realign the house. Maybe I should have waited to turn on the Thoughtseize so I could have gotten this reef, huh? If you don't have Lilies, what would I play as replacement? Probably the Black March. I'm not 100% sure though. Could be Turok, could be a couple different cards. What happens if you take multiple offers and more than one accepts? So what happens is you have something called an option period when they accept your offer, where it's like 3 or 4 days, sometimes 5, whatever, right? Where if you have multiple offers accepted, you can pay a fee of like a few $100s, which, you know, in the grand scheme of house buying isn't that bad. Yeah, a few $100s to just like back out before the option period ends. First time in 17 your career as a appraiser, people are paying over list 100% of the time, and every purchase says they will pay over appraised value. Yeah, it's bad out here, dude. But I also don't think it's getting any better because like nobody's building houses and the demand is really, really high. Not again. Don't listen to me on anything. This is not. I'm not someone to come to for any kind of real advice, but my personal prediction, I don't really feel like the market's crashing anytime soon. But if it does crash, that's probably like, you know, for the best of everybody. I wouldn't be too upset. So they might cast the Fury here. I think they probably should. You could also Kihira. Yeah, we used a realtor. Our realtor she's great. She's a freaking pro, dude. Love her. Not able to cancel for any region during due diligence period. You are, but just like it's more expensive, I think. Or like if the inspection comes back and it's full of mold and cockroaches, then you also get to cancel there. I think I should actually play the Wurmcoil this turn. It's kind of close. I don't think the housing market crashing has ever been or ever will be a good thing. Yeah, this is maybe just me, like, being kind of naive saying that. But I don't know. Like, it's... I don't want this whole stream to turn into... Spike criticizes how fucked up our systems are, but I could. Definitely could. There's a lot is messed up. I'll have to prepare something for next time. Okay, Archon of Cruelty, definitely a good top deck. Sometimes I've got the mood for like political rants, just not today. Yeah, we really do be living in a society though. I guess I should have left this up so I could draw push and kill the Reef. Yeah, I'll have a second channel for my like unhinged political rants, where I talk about how unbanning Splinter Twin will actually bring economic prosperity to the world at large, and end all wars and all famine and all disease. It's just unban Splinter Twin. I just don't know how people can't see it. The one-stop answer to all your problems. Listen, look. They banned Splinter Twin, and then what happened? COVID, war, political turmoil, housing market increased. You call me crazy, but the evidence is right there. It's right in front of your eyes. You just can't see it. You just can't see it. No, I don't do donation decks. Correlation is causation. That's irrefutable. Irrefutable. So they can get back their Flamekin Harbinger, and then they get to draw whatever they tutor for. And now, which is maybe just Solitude. Urban planning streamer. Yeah, my urban planning would be all the Magic players live in a giant super building that's bigger than any building we've seen before, and it's just on every level is, you know, you have a floor for commander players, a floor for arena players, a floor for historic, just every format, and then it just goes up and up and up and up, and then we have the penthouse where Nassif lives. That's just a whole nation as a penthouse for Nassif to rule. Which format would be the basement? Modern. Modern. They got Voice of Resurgence, interesting. Do you get a room? Well, the Death and Taxes players have to live in the supply closets, but it's technically a room. The yellow penthouse, yeah. First floor, a net cafe with only Arena installed. Yeah, and then we use the money from Arena to fund the whole thing. Is my opponent just dead, chat? I think they're just dead to this ballista. Oh yeah, the black-white players have to live in the sewer. Yes. I think we're in trouble. Okay, we weren't in trouble until they somehow have Solitude here. I don't know where that came from. But we were just gonna ballista them after attacking with Archon. But now they get to go up to 10 life. And they've got an Omnath on top. We're doing alright though. Oh boy. So what's better? Golos plus activate Cascading Cataracts, or just playing a 6/6 ballista? 6/6 ballista, kill Reef, block Fury, kill Solitude, kill Harbinger, take 4. But then they also get to Omnath me for like. I guess they draw a fetch land, they deal me 4 more. I just really want to cast Golos. Gotta find Damnation. I don't think I have to find Damnation. We're one short of spinning Golos. I don't think so, because I get an extra mana by casting the Golos first. No, you get it. You get if we go cast Golos first, we have enough mana. Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, actually, no, I need to ballista here. It's just like we don't have that many hits off the Golos that even get us out of this situation, and then like the ballista is like it like guarantees buys us a turn, and like probably puts us on a board that's a lot easier to realistically beat. I can also maybe block the Solitude, ping, or block the Voice, kill Fury, Solitude, take 3. That's maybe better. I mean, I can spin the Golos next turn too. I also just get to spin Golos next turn. Oh, did they pitch the Omnath to the Solitude? They did. Oh, right, because they drew it off the Harbinger. Okay. Okay, Kihira's pretty good here. So I guess we go block Solitude, kill Kihira, kill Fury. take 5, down 4. Maybe it's actually better to block Fury, kill Kihira, kill Voice, so they can't... I mean, if they have Damnation, they get the Voice token, that's probably okay. Can no longer ping a thing before. I get to block and kill Kihira, kill Fury. Can no longer ping a thing before. What? Ban all companions. I've always said that. I've always said ban all companions. Boring. Boring. We hit the Karn. So boring. Do I have enough mana to Karn, Bridge, and Golos spin? No way, right? Fine. We'll just spin it next turn. We could hit anything off the Golos. We could even hit a Karn and then not have the mana to Bridge. Oh, was I supposed to Bojuka Bog my own Ballista here? I think I actually was. Correct Blast Zone? I don't have the mana. Oh, did I, if I had a floating mana, then yes. Yes, I could have and probably should have. Yeah. Don't have the mana now. Bojuka Bog myself so I can Karn for Ballista next turn. It's also true that Torpor Orb next turn should just be a win. Maybe they have Prismatic Ending, but I really doubt they can beat the Torpor Orb next turn. Oh, they could kill me with the Omnath triggers this turn potentially. It's gonna be kind of tricky. Yeah, I guess that's how they. Oh my gosh. Oh no. Oh no. Dead to an elemental hitting. If they hit a land off the top, we die. They didn't hit the land. Wait, no, they did hit the land. What the hell? Wait, this can deal damage to players? This can deal damage to players? This can deal damage to players? What the hell? I had no idea. I thought that it was only creatures, planeswalkers. Ban all Omnaths, all formats. Get them out of there. What were they thinking? Dealing damage to players. I thought we were in the clear. Yeah, that's what we get for not spinning the Golos, though. That's what we get. Ugh. Yeah, Golos was the best line all along. Of course it was. It was just never even in question. On a scale 1 to 10, how much do you love 4-color piles? Like a 2. Two seems harsh. I don't like the 4-color piles. I don't know. They're not. I don't hate them. But my love for them is only at a 2 right now. I wouldn't say I harbor any. Okay, I harbor some hatred. like a healthy. I hate the 4-color pile. It's not super serious. I've got a strong burning hatred for the 4-color piles. I wake up at night plotting to go back in time and stop Omnath from ever being printed. Put a Risen Reef on top. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we just play the map and then next year we can go Karn for Torpor Orb. Yeah, I just hate Veil of Summer. If the 4-color decks cut Veil of Summer from their sideboard, boom. Love the deck. Why can I not even spike puts on high? I only have it set for once a stream, and it's already been redeemed this stream. think there's a deck that if it wasn't in the format would make the format otherwise better. We already established that unbanning Twin would solve all the world's problems, so probably that one. Did I say map for Orb? I meant map for Coffers, then Karn for Orb. Unplanned Splinter Twin says, yes, please. Yes, please. That's a hero's username right there. Okay, yeah, I think getting the orb here makes the most sense. It's like a little awkward if they have Solitude and can just put the 3/2 into play, but it's not even that scary. It's like a little scary. Just draw land, cast the Griselbrand, have no worries, huh? Evans with the 34 freaking months. Let's go, dude. Hell yeah. It's a long time. Oh boy. Oh boy. They targeted the coffers! Woo! They targeted the coffers. I can't believe it. Maybe I should have cleaned the dust first. Oh, I should have left the... Sorry, I'm foaming around a little bit. Inquisition's not doing anything else this game. I guess I could take the Kira. I just draw another land to get to cast the Golos too next turn. No, wait, the Golos isn't good because of the Torpor Orb. But it's still a 3/5. Oh man. Okay, there's your land. I forgot about Kahira, or they're playing around Discard Spell maybe. Okay, I know this is not getting me anything on the ETB. It's still a 3/5, which actually locks on the board pretty well. I cannot believe they hit the coffers and not the herb board. Kenny Darko with the 10 months. Appreciate you. Surely you cycle there. Cycle Cling to Dust. I think getting a 3/5 that stops all my opponent's attackers is by far the best line here. Like, I just get to eat this 4/3. Get to push their 3 drops. Super ahead on board out of nowhere. One mana short of the Griselbrand. Oh, cycle the Triumph. Yeah. They should have cycled the Triumph. Or I guess, or no, they play the Triumph, they get to play Kahira through a discard spell. Through, like, if I'm sandbagging Inquisition, like, that's why you play the Triumph there. But I think, I agree, it probably was better to cycle. Although maybe they're thinking Kahira is, like, their only card that does anything. Oh boy, is this good? No, they don't have any ETBs to use. Griselbrand's probably good enough. I 100% lose this game if they fulminate the Urborg. I just can't cast any spells. Draw 7. We could legally draw 7 here, huh? Okay, I'm very hungry. I'm gonna do another league, but I'm gonna grab a protein bar real quick, and if we play against like 2 control decks, I'm probably not finishing this league today. I'm gonna try to power through.